Did you know that the chances of your existence, or the probabilities of your existence, are significantly smaller than the chances of you not existing? That means the fact that you're alive and here today listening to me is a significantly rare phenomenon, and I'm going to prove it to you. And we're not even going to go that far. Let's start off with your dad. Already, that was a 1 against millions odds at your conception. Millions of sperms were fighting that night for the victory, man. But the one that was victorious ended up creating you. Now, let's backdate that probability for generations. For your dad to have been born, 2 parents had to be involved. Same case for your mom. Meaning, it starts with you, we get to 2 parents, we go to 4 grandparents, we go to 8 grandparents, and if you do that math, it continues doubling and doubling down as you go down each generation. Now, each of these people were battling the exact same odds at their conception, 1 in a million, meaning the success rate of the sperms that led to their conception had to have happened exactly the way it happened for this lineage to turn out the way it turned out, for the events to lead up to you being born. Let's complicate it even further. Now, let's assume your mom and dad met at the workplace. They were colleagues and they ended up falling in love and getting married, and the rest is history. Let's say instead of your dad choosing to work at that place, he decided to pick a job offer at a different place, and that means he never met with your mom and you never ended up being born, and none of your siblings ever ended up being born because your mom ended up with a different man, and your dad ended up with a different woman. You get what I'm saying? Now, let's even assume that they actually dated and ended up getting married. But on the night of your conception, let's say they had planned something like a date night, and then, later on it happens. But it turns out that maybe your dad got an emergency at work and ended up working late that night. That throws off the chances of your conception by significant numbers. So you can imagine that reality was also same for your grandparents' existence, for your great-grandparents' existence, for your ancestors, meaning events had to have happened exactly the way they happened. The choices each of these people made had to have made them exactly the way they made them for the events that led to you being born to happen the way they happened. It had to be precise to the moment, because a small variation would have led to very different outcomes. And it is something in science we call the butterfly effect, where one small change in a moment in time can throw off the future outcomes by a big margin. And that's what could have happened. If, say, your grandfather decided, instead of staying home, he would have enlisted in World War II and maybe ended up dying before your dad was born or something, then that would have thrown off the odds completely and none of you would have existed. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like, the chances that you are actually alive are literally 1 in billions if you were to factor all these odds that I'm putting. The choices that all these people made, the events that led to the conception of each of your ancestors, the choices your parents made that led up to the decisions and the outcomes that led to you being born or being conceived, it's significantly rare that you exist. So what's the point I'm driving at? The point I'm driving at is you don't need to listen to anyone who's telling you that you're insignificant or making you feel like you're insignificant. Already your existence proves you're special, and you need to treat yourself as such. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and appreciate every single thing that led to your existence, and to realize that life is a gift, a very rare chance that few people get to experience, and you're one of those VIPs. And as such, you need to take it with such wholesomeness, kick out the stress, kick out the depression, kick out the negative stuff, and just enjoy life, because the fact that you're actually alive, the fact that you even exist, is a rare phenomenon. Meaning, you need to live your life as if you're living it for all those who didn't make it, if you get what I'm saying. So, and that also means that you also have a bigger responsibility, because you are also the bearing point for the future generations that are going to be sprouting from you, your kids, your grandkids, and stuff like that. So the choices you make are going to affect them significantly. Remember the butterfly effect. Even the smallest of choices matters. So you need to make right choices as well. So I just thought it was interesting that, most people don't appreciate how extremely rare they are. And I needed to tell you that so that you can appreciate yourself more, and just so that you can understand that as rare as you are, more rare beings are going to come out of you, of your lineage, and you need to make the right decisions so that you can improve their odds for a better life as well. So that being said, spread the positivity and have a nice time.